Hey guys, so today I am 27 weeks and 1 day pregnant. My 26 weeks have been rather busy and complicated. I went to my doctor's on Wednesday and it was just very rushed, I felt like, and then I had to go take tests right away, so I had to come back home and then do the test, not at my OBGYN, a different place. So I had to do the glucose testing, the 24-hour urine test, and a bunch of blood work. I haven't heard anything on my glucose test yet, so hopefully I don't have the gestational diabetes, which I didn't have with Carmine, so I'm hoping that I do not have it this time either, because it can be a danger for me and the baby, and it can turn into diabetes afterwards and a bunch of health risk. One thing my doctor is paying closer attention to this time is my preeclampsia that I had with Carmine, because I had extreme swelling and I knew I had it the whole time as it was getting later in my pregnancy, but the doctors kept brushing it off, and then we did find out that I had it and I had to go in 2 weeks early to deliver. So they had to induce my labor because my blood pressure was really high and I had like a bunch of protein in my urine. And so this time they're checking it closer. So I'm doing the 24-hour urine, which I did with Carmine, but this time it's like, I don't know what they're looking at differently, if they're gonna look just more intent with everything. So 24-hour urine is not really fun, because every time you pee, you have to pee in a little like container thing. So that hasn't been fun. Like I said, I haven't got any results back for the glucose test, so I'm hoping everything is fine. They say no news is good news, so that's what I'm going with. Lately I just been, for the 26th week, my prior week was pretty okay. I just been really tired, and then, just it's getting closer and closer to the day. So, as you start growing, it's become like less energetic, and I've just been very tired, and just trying to get things ready. Just been a little stressed out too. Like, my emotions have been really wacky for this week. I've just felt very upset and sad a lot. A lot of situations do stress me out. But I'm just trying to stay happy, because I know stress is not good for the baby. So I'm just trying to stay happy and stay calm and just relax. Anything that can just be more relaxing towards me or for me or anything like that. Right now, Carmine went with his grandpa, my stepdad, to go hang out over there for a little bit, which gave me some time to relax. My stepdad should bring him back in about an hour, and then I'm going to give him a bath and get him ready for bed, because it is getting kind of late, and like I said in one of my previous videos, he really doesn't nap, so when he doesn't nap, I try to put him to bed earlier, and if he does nap, then he normally goes to bed later. So depending on whether he naps or not, depends really what time he goes to sleep. I just take a pot of water, boil it, and let the steam go through my nose and just try to clear out everything. So that's been helpful. Other than that, this week hasn't been too crazy. Just waiting for the results of my test is the only thing that's like nerve-wracking, because I just want everything to be okay. Same thing with the preeclampsia. I hope it doesn't come back and I have to deal with that again. So it's just basically a waiting game for everything to find out what's going on, really. So I'm just waiting and just trying to think of anything else I need for the baby. We have a bunch of clothes from Carmine and some new clothes too, and then of course diapers and stuff, but everything else we basically had for Carmine. The only thing is I wanted to get is a new the travel system with the stroller, the car seat that they snap together, because we had that for Carmine and it was like great, and I would like to get a new one of those because the other one was dirty, so we're just waiting on that. That's the only thing we gotta get mostly, and like little things here and there. That's like the only big thing. So I know my mom was planning me a baby shower, so it's kind of a big gift to kind of like ask anybody for a second baby. So we're probably just gonna get that ourselves. Because normally with the second, like the first baby already buys you all this big stuff and everything, but for the second baby you get not as much stuff because, and you know, it's like the first baby, oh, you're having a baby, here's all this stuff, and then the second baby's kind of like, oh, they are pregnant again, you know, here's a little bit more stuff. I don't know. I feel like by the time like someone has like a fourth kid, they don't, I think like even a second baby shower is not really like the thing to do, but I don't know. So my stomach, that's the thing, my stomach has been cramping, and I asked my doctor about it and she said it's fine as long as it's not more than 5 times in an hour, and if I have no bleeding or anything along with it, which I don't, so I don't know why I have this cramping in my belly. She said it could just be Braxton Hicks, so that's what I'm hoping it is. For Carmine to get ready, to come back and start to take a bath myself and relax before he does. One thing I did start to get this week is more and more stretch marks, and with Carmine I didn't have a lot, and it doesn't look like a lot this time either. So the doctor was a little worried about my weight gain, but I told her I don't really like have like the thought on my mind like eating for 2 kind of thing. So, you know, I know you're not supposed to eat for 2, you're supposed to eat just like a little bit more calories. And I haven't been really picking out or anything because certain foods with this baby, like a lot of things that are bad for you make me sick. So she said just to keep an eye out on things and only drink water. She said if I want apple juice, eat an apple. If I want an orange juice, then to just eat an orange. Don't drink the juice because it's basically like drinking a Pepsi. So I don't know. I'm just gonna look after it more because I feel like, you know, I have been gaining too much weight, but I don't know. It's the same thing that happened with Carmen, and I find out later it wasn't me, it was the preeclampsia. So I don't know. I'm just gonna be more cautious. I don't want anything to go wrong with me or the baby, so I'm just being on the safe side and listening to the doctor and only staying for water and watching every single thing I eat. Other than that, that's the only thing. So please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you soon.